Hey guys, welcome back to Lindasresinroom. So what I thought we would do today is do this bowl. I've made this bowl once before and I didn't like it. So I deleted the video. You guys never seen it. We are going to do it again today. There's a hair or something that does not want to come off right there. Oh, it's made into the mold. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I have a temporary tattoo that I've already cut out, and I'm going to line this up where I want it. It's going to probably go down the sides just a little bit, just because there's not a lot of room in this mold to put anything. And I've got my brush. My sister sent these to me as Happy Meal, and I absolutely love them. She does nails, and she told me the easiest way to do temporary tattoos and not make a mess is to add your water with these brushes. She sent me a whole set of them, and I use them every time because they work awesome. They get the water down in there, and I don't get water everywhere else. You know, usually you have to just about dump water down in there to get your tattoo to stick. This way you don't have to. It's just much better control. I love the way it works. If you guys have never tried doing it this way, try it. You'll be very well pleased. Okay, I got that saturated. I'm just going to smooth it out. As you know, sometimes these temporary tattoos can bubble up. And then once it is ready, it should just slide right off. And there we go. Now there's hardly any water on here. As you can see, when I dab this off, it's a little bubble. I do want to get that to lay flat. You can see no water at all on my paper towel. Easiest way to apply a temporary tattoo. Now what I thought we would do is do glitter. So I'm going to put a purple glitter down in the bottom, and I've got this holographic purple. I think I got this off of Amazon. It probably came in a bag, and I put it in this container. So I'm going to put a bunch of this down in there. Where's my scooper? I like this thing much better. Gives me more control. So I'm going to put a bunch of that down in there. Now it's 2 big scoops. And then I'm going to pour some of this craft glitter. If I can find where I got this one, because I don't remember, I'll link it as well in the description. It could have came from Hobby Lobby or Michael's. I don't remember. And this is 4 ounces of resin. I'd already mixed it up. It's a 2-part, part A, part B. It's a 1-to-1 resin. The resin will also be linked in the description. It's the JTDO resin. As soon as I finish finish using all of this resin, I will never order it again. I don't like it. It takes forever to cure. Oh, sorry guys, didn't mean to bump the camera. Okay, I think that's pretty. Isn't that pretty? Okay, I'm going to add 4 drops of glue because I got 4 ounces. So I don't want my glitter to sink. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is just the clear Elmer's glue. Okay, you want it to kind of get the consistency of like a slime. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Now I'm going to let that sit for a minute because I also have 8 ounces of the same resin mixed up. 4 ounces part A, 4 ounces part B. And I'm going to put white glitter in this one because it's going to go on the top and across the back. I don't want to do anything that's going to be too dark or it'll hide my tattoo. So I thought white, surely to goodness it can show up behind some white. And this is just white. There's nothing else in there. I might need to add a little bit more. Is there a blue? There's something blue in there. We'll have to dip it out when we see it again. I don't know if a rogue piece of glitter got in there when they were making this or what. Now I know this one came from Amazon and I will link it, but it's just a solid white glitter. I mean, I don't know. It's got a shine, but it almost looks matte. I don't know. It's different, but I do like it. Okay, now I have 8 ounces of resin in here, so I'm going to do 8 drops of glue. 1 drop per ounce. 1, that's more of a bubble. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 drops. I'm not putting these in the debubbler, although you can if you want to. Just when you put glue in there, I mean, even though this is a 20-ounce cup, it's still going to overflow if you don't watch it. And I hate sitting there for the whole time I put this in because it takes about 15 minutes to debubble when you add glitter. And I hate sitting there. There it is. Well, where's my dotting tool? I hate sitting there watching it and having to release the pressure and every couple of seconds. See, that's a rogue blue piece of glitter. I could have got it in there during another pour maybe. Rogue blue glitter. We got him. Hopefully there's no more. Alright. Now, let's see if I can get this down in there. I want it to spread out. But I don't want to get it up where my tattoo is either. And I've just got it on the edge. Okay. Let's see if I can get that to string off. Y'all know how glitter is when you put glue in there. Okay. And I'm okay if it goes up the side. I just don't want it covering my piece. Okay. Let's see if I can get some down in here. It's a bit difficult to do when you have to pull the sides away. Okay, see if I can get that to drop. Okay, I'm going to move on. See if I can get some over here. Sorry guys if my hand's in the way on this one. I'm right-handed and it's difficult to do this. Okay, move this back up this way. I have a tendency to pull stuff closer to me. I wonder if I can get that to just kind of go its own way and go all the way down through there. I want the white and the purple to mix, but I don't want the purple to be too high to where it's going to get my tattoo. Undrip off. Here's a big drip. There we go. Okay. We're getting there. Add some more here. Okay, I think that might be all the purple we need. Come on, drip, drip, drip. There we go. And I only used what I use. An ounce and a half. And that's all I want. Now, for our white, I'm just going to pour this right over the top. And then just let it kind of go down in there and mix on its own. So like I said, I do want my white to cover my tattoo, not the purple. And I might need some more, because I didn't use all the purple. I overcounted for the purple. Alright guys, I think I'm going to mix up about 3 more ounces, I think, of white to put in there. And I'm going to use the scale so I can use my same cup. Let's see, what can we do with the purple? 2.5 ounces. Where's my big turtle here? Let's fill up Mr. Turtle. He uses about 2.5 ounces. He'll be a pretty purple glittery turtle. I just like to pour it slowly so it can get down in all those areas and not make bubbles. Okay. I'm going to get my spatula so I can finish scraping this out. And turtle, tortoise, whatever you want to call it. I don't know the difference between the two. I just know that they sell it on Resin as a turtle. And there is a 20% off discount code in the description for Resin molds. If you guys use any other products, that can save you 20% even on the sale. Okay. See if we can get the rest of this out of here. Like I said, I know this turtle holds 2.5 ounces. So he can hold all of this that's left. Okay. Almost. I don't want to drip everywhere on me. You don't want resin to get on your skin. You can have a reaction at any time, and it is not pleasant. There is one brand of resin I cannot use just to walk in the room. I tried it one time, probably not on a video. And it's a popular resin that a lot of people use, but I can't do it. Okay, I'm going to spritz this with some alcohol. Get all of that glitter off because we're going to need it for the white. I'm not worried about getting it all off. So if it mixes with the white a little bit, I'm okay with that. There we go. Alright guys, I am going to mix up 3 more ounces for this, and I'll see you back in just a moment. Alright guys, so I accidentally mixed up 4 ounces because I went over when I was weighing. I did 67 ounces of part B and 75 ounces of part A, same resin. I added my glitter in here and I put 4 drops of the clear glue. And we're just going to pour this in here and finish filling this mold. And it may take the whole 4. So it might be a good thing that I filled too much. Now, you know with glue, you got to cut that sucker off. Let this just spread out. You can see bubbles coming up. You can spritz it with alcohol. This mold's deep enough that you can take your heat gun to it. I think he's going to hold every bit of this. So this must be a 14-ounce bowl. I know it's a big bowl, but it's very, very pretty. Okay, let me get down here and look. There's my heat. Let's pop some bubbles. I don't want to get too close to the edge, even though my torch doesn't get very hot. Sometimes it's not even hot enough to pop the bubble. So it's just a lighter. Okay. I am going to get my spatula here. I'm going to clean this off and get my spatula, and we're going to scrape out the rest. So it was a good thing that I did accidentally mix up more. I'd been mixing more again. Okay. Get my spatula here. This way I can scrape out what's left. These little things are awesome. They come off of Amazon. Just a little curved spatula. Okay. See if I can scrape all that out of there. I hope this turns out pretty, because we will have to still put a couple of ounces over the tattoo. Tattoo will be sticky, because if you think about it, yeah, the tattoos are made to go on the skin, so they need to stick on the skin, and we stick it to the bowl, and then when we unmold the bowl, the part that's supposed to be on the skin is exposed, which is the sticky part. Alright guys, got it all. Get that to where it's not going to drip on me. I hate drips. There we go. I'm going to clean this up. I'll be watching this for bubbles. Probably spritz it with some alcohol. And then we'll come back and do a demold. See you guys then. Alright guys, so these have cured up. So the turtle's still a little soft just because he's thinner. But he has cured to where we can get him demolded. I find these turtles are a little easier to demold when they are soft. Because of, you can break section a little better. Alright. Then I just lay them flat and let them completely cure. But didn't he turn out gorgeous? Wow. That is so pretty. And no trimming. He's completely flat. That is awesome. Now, our big bowl. Okay. I do have 47 grams of resin mixed up. This is craft resin. I love craft resin. It's very clear. It cures quickly. And it degasses very well. I do have a 10% off discount code for craft resin also in the description box. And I'll also flash it on the screen for you guys. Now, let's see how our bowl turned out. I think it's going to be gorgeous. Oh, that is pretty. I love it. Love, love, love this. Move that mold. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I love how the white and the purple mixed. That's exactly what I wanted. Love it. Now this is tacky. Or it should be. Yeah. So, that's why you have to top coat. You have to think that is the part of the tattoo that should have touched the skin. So it's going to be sticky. So I'm just going to scrape all of this out of here. I used 22 grams of part B and 25 grams of part A for a total of 47 grams of resin. Because usually top coat doesn't need that much. Okay, let's get our little scooper and scoop everything out of that cup. And I didn't put it in the debubbler because, like I said, this resin degasses so very well. It doesn't need in the debubbler for something this thin. But I also take my heat gun to it. And I just slung resin everywhere. I take my heat gun to it and blow the resin around to pop the bubbles that way. Now, craft resin is a lower viscosity resin, so it's not as thick as some. Okay. Last little bit out of there. I'm trying to make sure I didn't sling that. I did sling it up through here, and I'm just going to smooth that out. Probably take a paper towel or something to it. So I think it looks okay. All right, I'm going to throw this in the garbage. I'm going to clean this spatula off before I forget, because I forgot to do it not too long ago. I hate cleaning these after the resin has dried on there. You take tape and it'll come right off, but it just takes some time working at it to get the resin to break loose. It's just a lot quicker to clean it this way. Okay, let's get the heat gun. Alright, just going to turn this on and blow this around to pop those bubbles. Just takes a second. You don't want to flash here, so you got to be careful with that. I think I've got this on cold. I do. Let's turn on the heat. I was wondering why it wasn't doing anything. There we go. And like I said, just a second. And you've got all your bubbles out. I do see a couple of bubbles stuck down in there, and I'm wondering if it's from the tattoo itself, not the resin. I see a hair floating around. Got that one off. And yeah, they were just stuck to the bottom. Pluck them off and let them come to the top. I'm going to give this a second, and then I'm going to blow it around with the heat gun again. Okay. I love, love, love this bowl. This turned out so pretty. Now, if I had used a dark background, you wouldn't have seen the tattoo. It would have hid it. Always use a light background behind your tattoo. Otherwise, you won't see it. You'll lose it. Alrighty, guys. That's it. I'll let that cure up, take some photos, and I'll see you guys back for the next video. So, bye for now.